Okay, what about adding and subtracting fractions with a different denominator? So we've done a little bit of this already. Again, we have to get a common denominator. So we start out, we notice that 2/5, if we multiply it by 2 over 2, both of our fractions are going to have that common denominator of 10. And there we have it. What about, we need an LCD for 14 and 6. So, let me see. Let me think about that. So 14 is 7 times 2. 6 is 3 times 2. Okay, so both of these already have the 2. So that means my first fraction, what is it missing? My first fraction is missing the 3. And my second fraction is missing the 7. So let's see if this makes sense. This fraction was missing the 3. This fraction was missing the 7. So, what's 14 times 3? Look at that. So both of the denominators are 42s. So I got my common denominator. Then I reduce. Negative 17 over 21. So this part here, this is scratch work. So I would not put that in line with my other steps. I need more room for these guys. Here's one where I have multiple fractions. Okay, so I can see right away the LCD for this one would be 24, because 6 and 12 are both factors of 24. Like 12, I see right away, if I multiply by 2 over 2, I'm going to get my 24. 6, if I multiply by 4 over 4, I have 24. Guy already has the denominator. 2 over 1, I'd have to multiply by 24 over 24. I'll make sure I copied everything down correctly. It looks like it. Okay, now everything's over that LCD. So I just go ahead and add. So what is that? 18 minus 5 plus 48. This is scratch work. 13 plus 48. $61. Get that right? I think 61 is prime. Okay, here's one where I have to distribute, because you see how that 15/4 in the front, negative 15/4 is multiplying that whole fraction. Okay, so that means it's going to distribute to both terms. Negative and negative makes positive. Let's double check that. Negative 15ths times negative 7/45. Negative times a negative gives me a positive in the middle, 15/4 times 11/15. Okay, looks okay. Using my order of operations. So I have to work on these and these. Okay, negative and negative is positive. And need more room. Now we just have to start breaking this up. So I know 45 is 15 times 3. Look, here I can cancel these. So what's left? A 7 over a 12 and an 11/4. Okay, so I need an LCD. So I'm missing a 3/3. (40/12). Divide by 4. Top and bottom. And there we have it. And the last couple. Here's the last algebra one. Okay, so I have 5 over 2, and then what do I have? I have a times a times a. The second fraction, I have 8 times a. So you have to look and see what's missing. So like the first fraction, I'm going to need an 8. So I've only got a 2. So if I need an 8, I need a 4 and a 4, right? The second fraction, I've got the 8, that accounts for the 2, but I've only got one factor of a. So I need 3 of those. So I'm going to have to multiply by 2 more of those factors. Let's see what that gives me. Okay, so see how here I have a common denominator, 8a cubed. and now here I don't have like terms in the numerator, since one of those has the variable attached to it and the other doesn't. So I'm actually stuck, and that would be my answer. Today I painted 3/10 of my kitchen and Joel painted 1/4 of it. How much of the job is done? Okay, so how much is done? Well, I did 3/10. Joel did another 1/4. Okay, so let's see, how's this gonna work? 10 is 5 times 2. 4 is 2 times 2. So let's see, first fraction, I need another 2 then. Second fraction, I need a 5 for my common denominator. 3 times 2. Six. What is that? 10 times 2, 20. Minus 5 over 20. How come I switch to a minus? It's a plus. Okay, so how much of the kitchen is painted? 11/20 of the kitchen is painted. How much remains? Well, there's one whole kitchen. We've completed 11/20. Need to multiply by 20 over 20. We're almost there. So 9/20 of the kitchen remains. Who painted more of the kitchen? Well, what did we have? I painted 3/10. Joel painted 1/4. So how do those compare? So we have to write them with a common denominator. So what was it, 20, right? This was 6/20. And this was 5/20. So 6/20 is more than 5/20. Therefore, I painted more than Joel. How much more than Joel did I paint? Well, Joel painted 5/20. I painted 6/20. So what does that leave us with? 1/20. So I painted 1/20 more of the kitchen than Joel.